Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. Because you're doing pretty well. I'm MIKEG, and as always, thanks for being here and thanks for watching. And more importantly, don't forget to comment down below. I'm really interested to hear your thoughts on this particular video because I've been wanting to do this for quite some time. And so I think it's a good time to do this here. It's been sitting in the queue. I'm kind of going through this here. So I want to kind of just go over like my go-to rinseless, what's in my current cycle that I'm using, and these are the ones that kind of, as of, let's just call it mid 2026 of, so middle of the year. I'm not saying that they're mid, meaning not good performers. I mean, middle of the year, what am I using? What's in my rotation? And I kind of wanted to do it this way here. So I kind of broke it down into categories in terms of polymers on my right hand side, like pure polymer, hybrids, surfactant, and then you have those that are leave some sort of protection behind. Now, I don't primarily live in the surfactant world, and we'll talk about that in a minute, but I kind of wanted to break them down into category. That way it gives you an idea of like, hey, where do these fall? Now, there's a lot of gray area in between categories because you have certain products that could actually be considered hybrids, yet they can lean more towards the surfactant side or more towards the polymer side. It just depends on the way that they're blended. But they're still considered a hybrid rinseless wash. So it's a little gray area in between there. But again, if you have a pure polymer, Optimum is one of the most known pure polymer based rinseless wash. So I think that's what I kind of want to break it down here and kind of just say like, here's what I have in my rotation at the moment. So as a surfactant, I brought out Mckee's because I don't have any other, I do have other surfactant based rinseless washes, but I don't really use the others because I really don't like them. Because some surfactant based rinseless washes will leave what I've experienced like a soapy residue or like a soapy film behind. So I don't primarily use those. So since we're talking about surfactant, let's talk about this category first. So again, I put Mckee's in here. Even though it does say it's surfactant, there is a hint of polymer in there. This is still one of my favorites to use in this category because it does clean well. It's one of the easier to use rinseless washes, considering it's a surfactant-based rinseless wash. And when I mean surfactant is when I shake it, you see how it foams like there's surfactant like soap? That's what it means when it's a surfactant. So I kind of just use N914. I still enjoy using this product. I still have it in here. And I have this 32-ounce bottle here. But the other one that I'd used up that I really did enjoy is actually Yum Rinseless Wash. That actually is a good rinseless wash. I really did enjoy it. One of the things about that one is like a pure surfactant. In there is the slickness. The slickness under the microfiber towel is just like during the wash process, during the drying off process, it's really nice. So again, I don't have that anymore because I used it all up. So I appreciate the subscriber, Fu, who gave me that bottle when I met him in person. But again, I primarily don't live in this world. But again, these are the only two that I really do enjoy using in this area here when it comes to surfactant-based rinseless washes. So again, Mckee's gets my vote, and also Yum Rinseless gets my vote. Let's stick over here too, because we'll talk about rinseless washes that leave some sort of protection behind here. So I want to thank you guys who recommended to, like, hey, go take a look at this one from Jesscar. And this Jesscar one is actually quite good, but it is going to leave protection on the surface. I believe it tells you right on the bottle. Yeah, I think it's on the back of the bottle. It says it leaves some protection on the surface because that's what it's designed to do. I don't know how long it's going to last. Jesscar didn't really answer my questions in terms of what type of polymer is in here, how long is it going to last. But this behaves like a polymer-based rinseless wash. If you watch the video I have on this, when I go over the panel, you can see the polymers react on there. But again, we'll leave some protection. Again, I don't know how long. Versatile product you can use as a drying aid if you want to add a little bit of protection on the surface. Real nice wipe off, real nice cleaning ability with this here. Again, I think it's a hidden gem. Not too many people have really put out content on this one. I think it's kind of a sleeper product with this one. So again, I want to thank you guys for recommending me to look into this. So that's a rinseless wash that leaves protection. And I put Josh V's Quiver Indo Rinseless Wash, which is this one here. The reason I put this with protection is because it tells you right in the back here, it says it's a rinseless wash that cleans powerfully while leaving behind minor protection. Now the protection here is not long lasting. It's going to last you a couple washes. When I actually use this on the Equinox, I purposely left the rear spoiler unprotected because I wanted to kind of test the coatings that the Seacorst Light 2.0 and the Seacorst Light 2.0 top with gliss. I primarily wanted to test those out, and so when I did the pre-rinse, I noticed that that rear spoiler had some beading on the surface. Once I hit it with a reset though, it was gone. So reset will remove weaker products. I don't know if a pH neutral soap would have kept that longer, but I put this on that category with protection there because it tells you on the bottle. But again, it's a great product from Josh. They consider it a hybrid because it does have a surfactant in there. It cleans well, good lubricity. What I like about this product when you're using it is the way it disperses on the panel. So I'm not left on the panel with having so much rinseless wash that my towel's gonna get super damp. So I do like that feature in there. I kind of like that when more rinseless washes have that feature on there. But again, it's a real nice product here. So let's transition over to hybrid rinseless washes. So what a hybrid rinseless wash is, it consists of a rinseless wash that contains a mixture of polymers and surfactants. So that surfactant is going to aid in its cleaning power versus a traditional pure polymer-based rinseless wash like Optimum No Rinse. The thing about hybrids, as I mentioned, depending on what they're made of, it could lean more towards the surfactant base. So when you see that there's no beading on the surface when you're pre-spraying, it's more surfactant heavy and it'll lay flat on the surface. Whereas you have some that will lean more towards the polymer side, and when you spray it, you'll see that it beads on the surface. Some of these here will kind of be in the middle. Sometimes it just kind of depends on how it goes. But there's some real good ones in this category. I mean, this is like the more popular category these days because, again, the added surfactant will help you clean. So in here, I just have a couple here that I'm using. So we'll talk about Hero. So this is still my original one, so it's not as pink as a new one. I'm almost through it. Again, it's a real nice product. I just used it recently. Will clean well. Good lubricity on this one here. Overall, it's a real good product. I really do enjoy using it. They're continuing to just make this version because at one point they were talking about making a polymer-based rinseless wash. But again, this is a real nice product here, and it does have SiO2 in it. And people think like, okay, it has SiO2 and has protection in there. They're using the SiO2 for lubricity during the wash process. So again, it's a real nice rinseless wash. Smells great. Overall, a real nice product here. So from ADS, you have Hero. So again, real nice product. I still use it. I think it's a good product on there. We're gonna go over to Adam's hoseless wash, which is this one. I think this is just a pure sleeper. Not too many people know about it, and it's because of the name convention. They use hoseless, and the idea behind the name is you're not using a hose to use this. That's the way the chemist had told me, is like, hey, we put that name on there to kind of just say that it's a hoseless wash versus a wash that you use a hose with. So this is a real nice product here. It actually leans more towards the polymer side. So when you spray this on the surface, it will bead. So it actually could fall in between the category of like a hybrid and a polymer. So when you spray this on the surface, it will do that. Real good cleanability. So when you shake it, you get the surfactant activated in there. So it will clean very well in here. Real nice lubrication. This one will also disperse itself on the panel like Josh V's does. Flashes off real nice during the dry off portion. Again, overall, it's a real nice product. It's a sleeper. Not too many people buy this. And on occasion, it does go 30% off on Adam's website. That's when it's a good time to purchase it. You can buy a gallon for a real affordable price. Again, real nice product from Adam's there. Let me go back to ADS, because ADS, this does not disperse on the panel. Hopefully their next version does. It will leave your surface with a lot of rinseless wash solution on there, so your towel's gonna get damp fairly quick. Then you have, we'll keep this one here, we'll talk about this one at the end here. Then you have NextZen ZNR. I've actually just been enjoying it. One thing about this is you're going to shake it, see how it kind of separates here. So kind of give it a good shake and you mix it up. This is probably the most cost-effective of all the rinseless washes that's on this table. On the label it says 1 to 1,000 formula. If you go to their website, and I believe that they're going to be putting directions on the bottle here, but on their website they have other dilutions as well. I believe they had 1 to 700 and 1 to 500. So again, that's going to increase the lubrication on the surface. I think 1 to 700 is a real nice spot for this because it does add more lubrication during the wash process. So your sponge or your mitt's going to glide, or your towel's going to glide easier on the surface. And again, 1 to 1,000, you're not using a whole lot. So sometimes you're thinking like, well, am I just using pure water? Again, this is super concentrated, and when you pour it out, it is you can tell it's pretty viscous, so it has some body to it. But I've been using this, really enjoy it. And when you spray this on the panel, again, it's like Adam's, where it kind of leans more towards the polymer side. So again, I do like this one here, and I've been enjoying this here. Again, probably one of the most cost-effective ones on the market at all those dilution ratios. Real nice product. I've just been enjoying that, so we're going to put that there. And then finally, this category, the one that at some point they've already mentioned that they're going to release a new version. By this time this video goes out, the new one's probably already out. It's just been kind of talks about that. But Nemesis V2, I've used this entire bottle. Great rinseless wash. From what I was told, this was a 50-50 mix, 50-50 surfactant, 50-50 polymer. Just real nice. I think this, by far in this hybrid category, I really enjoyed this one. I would actually consider this probably my favorite in this category, just by the way it just worked on the surface. Real nice product. So if you still have Nemesis V2, go ahead and use this. And I guess whenever the new one comes out, I'll go ahead and pick up a bottle with that. So again, that's Nemesis V2. Kind of just rounding out the product line here for the hybrid category. So that's the 4 that I've kind of been using there. And then from the pure polymer category, it's the one and only Optimum No Rinse version 6. Version 6 is what brought me back to ONR. I really enjoy this one here. Again, it's a pure polymer based rinseless wash. Even if you do shake it, it does seem like there's a surfactant in there, but there isn't. It's pure polymer in here. Again, it just brought me back to Optimum No Rinse with version 6. I've used almost every single version of this one here. Really enjoyed it. I really do like this new version. Again, this will disperse on the panel like some of these other rinseless washes will do, but this one does it as well. Really enjoy that. Real good lubrication with it. During the wash process, during the dry process, it's really nice there. Now the only thing that will not be as good with ONR is if you're cleaning a car that's really dirty, because there is no surfactant in here, it may struggle to remove some of that harder road grime, and so that's why a lot of people like living in the hybrid category, because it will clean better, or maybe some people like using the pure surfactant that will clean better. But again, for my environment, this works great. Overall, enjoy this version of Optimum No Rinse. Again, it brought me back to it. One of the best encapsulated rinseless washes in this category. I mean, they all do a good job. I still think this is king when it comes to encapsulation, just based on what I see in the bucket when I'm using a 1 bucket rinseless wash. Again, that's the standout for a pure polymer. Again, these two could actually be considered almost polymer, just be the way they behave. But again, that's the lineup there. I mean, that's what I've been using lately. These are the rinseless washes that I've been kind of just using over the last few months, and would have made my recommendation for middle of 2026. I think you guys will be perfectly happy with any of these. They will all get the job done. The thing is, if you can pick any of these and you'll be happy with them. The question is, do you need all these? And the answer is no. I broke it down into category, and you guys can play around. And if you really enjoy one over the other, just continue using that one. And if it's your favorite, just keep using it. Use it as often as you like. And then later on, if you want to try something new, I mean, you can try any of these other ones that I've mentioned here on this table here. So again, that's pretty much my recommendation for 2026. I hope this helps. I think there's some real standout candidates here that, I mean, you could argue any of these be your top or the top rinseless wash on the market. Again, they're all really good. Just pick what works, use it often. If it's not, what's the old saying going? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So again, nothing wrong with what you're currently using. Rinseless wash is to the point where it's like soap. Everybody's gonna think one is better than the other, but they all get the job done. They all accomplish the same thing as getting your paint clean, and we'll do it in a safe manner. So that's all I have when it comes to recommendations for rinseless wash. The only other one thing is I want to ask you guys, for those of you who bought the Optimum No Rinse, the Christmas scented one, I want to know if yours turned this like olive green. Mine turned like this. I think it was a brighter green. I don't think it's stable. You can see that. I think it still smells pretty good. Let me open it. I haven't used this in a while. Yeah, it still smells like has the Christmas scent, but it's turned this avocado green or olive green here. It's almost like green juice. I just want to know if anybody else has had the same thing. This is the exact same version as Optimum No Rinse, just has the Christmas scented scent in here. But I'm just really curious if yours has done this. I've kind of just been using this just to kind of use it up. I was kind of underwhelmed with that one, with that version of it, because I expected more in terms of the Christmas scent. But yeah, that's all I have for you guys. I think the next thing I do is I'm going to do a giveaway. So let me go ahead and move some of these things out of the way. I'm going to put these up here for now. I'll post links to all these down below where you guys can get them. Make it easier for you. So I'm going to give out away this gallon of rinseless wash. I'll turn it over in a second here. So the giveaway is pretty straightforward. I'll post a pinned comment on how to enter the giveaway. Essentially, subscriber of the channel, United States only, because it's cheaper for me to ship this out. And I'll just tell you what we're going to put on there because I'll just reveal what it is. I'm going to give away a gallon of Nemesis V2. So just type in hashtag Nemesis on your comment, and I will enter you in the giveaway. And then again, don't worry about shipping. I'll take care of that. I'll just ship this out to you. Again, this is Nemesis V2, and I actually will send you my empty bottle of this one, and you can just pour it out in here and make it easier to distribute. So I'm going to give you a gallon of this. The reason I'm giving this away is not because it's old product. It's a great product. Is you see all the rinseless washes I have? I will never touch this gallon and go through this gallon. That's what I'm really getting at. And so rather than me just put it on the shelf, I was like, you know what, how about I just give it away in this video to somebody, and they can use it and do what you want with it. Again, it's a great product from Detail Co. I'm really interested to see how their new version is going to be, because I think they're getting away from naming it Nemesis V3, so it'll just be rinseless wash, I'm assuming. So again, I'm going to give this away. I'll post a pinned comment, and then I will post the winner on the community tab. So I will tag you, and then reach out to me via email. I'll post all that in there. I'll give it a few days so you guys can enter, and then we'll pick I'll choose a winner, post it in the community tab, and then I'll give the winner a chance to respond. And if I don't hear from that person, I will choose somebody new. I'll give you a couple days to respond. Again, if I don't hear from you, I'm just going to re-choose another winner. So again, that is the giveaway for this. So again, thanks for watching, guys. I will catch you on the next one. Don't forget to comment down below. Don't forget to enter the giveaway if you're in the United States. And as always, appreciate you guys. And yeah, catch you on the next one. Take care, everyone.